A shiver runs down your spine. Your heart pounds in your chest. Something feels off. We're standing on the threshold of a tale of a house, not just any house, but a haunted one. A place where the walls whisper secrets and shadows dance in the corners. A place where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. A place where every creak, every rustle, every gust of wind sends a chill down your spine. Are you ready to step into the unknown? Brace yourself for a chilling tale. Every haunted house has a story, a tale of tragedy and terror. The house we're discussing today is no exception. Its history is rich with intrigue and horror. It all began in the early 19th century. This dwelling, located on the outskirts of a small, unsuspecting town, was initially a place of joy and hope, a family home filled with laughter and love. But, as with many tales of the supernatural, the happiness was not to last. The turn of the century brought with it a series of unfortunate events. The prosperous family who once resided there fell on hard times. The patriarch, a successful businessman, lost everything in a disastrous investment. Overwhelmed by the weight of his failure, he took his own life, leaving behind a grief-stricken wife and their 3 young children. The family's misfortune didn't stop there. The mother, unable to cope with her loss, fell into a deep depression, neglecting her children and herself. The house, once lively and vibrant, became a place of despair. The children, left to fend for themselves, succumbed to their harsh living conditions. One by one, they died of malnourishment and disease, their spirits unable to find peace in the afterlife. Fast forward to the present day, the house stands forlorn and abandoned, but it's said to be anything but empty. Whispers of the past echo in its hollow halls. There are reports of eerie sounds in the dead of night, the soft wailing of a woman, the innocent laughter of children, the agonized cries of a man. These spectral residents, bound to the house by their tragic past, are believed to roam its rooms, their presence a chilling reminder of the home's dark history. It's said that these spirits are not malicious, but rather lost souls trapped in their own torment. A torment that began with a series of unfortunate events and culminated in a house of despair and death. And thus the house became a place of fear and dread, a home to restless spirits. As night falls, the house comes alive with eerie whispers and chilling apparitions. In the stillness of the night, amidst the rustling leaves and the distant hooting of the owl, the haunting begins. The house, once a symbol of architectural grandeur, now stands as a chilling reminder of the unseen world. Tales of spectral sightings and inexplicable occurrences are woven into the very fabric of its existence. The grand staircase, once bustling with life, now echoes with the phantom footsteps of its former inhabitants. Residents have reported hearing the faint sounds of a waltz playing in the ballroom, a room that hasn't seen a dance in decades. The haunting melody, they say, is enough to send shivers down the bravest of spines. In the dead of night, the library, filled with dusty tomes and forgotten lore, has been known to echo with ghostly whispers. Some claim they've heard the rustling of pages turning on their own, as if an invisible reader is engrossed in a spectral tale. Visitors often speak of a chilling breeze that sweeps through the house, chilling to the bone, a breeze no open window or draft could explain. There are tales of doors slamming shut on their own, of lights flickering without reason, and of mirrors reflecting figures that aren't there. In the children's room, a place that should resonate with laughter and joy, people have reported hearing the eerie sound of a child's giggle, followed by the chilling sight of a bouncing ball, rolling as if pushed by unseen hands. The nursery, they say, is a place of unease and fear, not of comfort. But perhaps the most haunting of all are the sightings of spectral figures. Apparitions, they call them. Ghostly figures that appear and disappear, walking through walls and vanishing into thin air. The spirits, it seems, are tied to this place, bound by some unknown force. The house, it seems, is not a place for the living, but for the dead. The haunting begins as night falls, and with it, the line between reality and the supernatural becomes blurred. This isn't just a house. It's a portal into the world of the unseen, a chilling reminder that the dead may not rest as peacefully as we'd like to believe. Some dare to venture into the heart of the haunting, to seek the truth behind the tales. In the face of the unknown, there are those who, driven by curiosity or courage, dare to confront the spectral shadows of the past. These are the paranormal investigators, The brave few who delve into the darkness seeking to uncover what lies behind the eerie whispers and chilling occurrences in the haunted house. Over the years, numerous investigators have tried their luck, armed with infrared cameras, electromagnetic field detectors, and a daring spirit. They ventured into the cold, dimly lit corridors, the rooms filled with an air of desolation and despair, the attic where the spectral presence is said to be most potent. Their experiences have been as diverse as they have been terrifying. Some have reported strange, disembodied voices, whispering eerie secrets into the silent night. Others have witnessed objects moving on their own, defying the laws of physics and reality. There have been accounts of chilling touches, of unseen hands brushing against an investigator's skin, leaving behind an icy cold sensation that lingers long after the contact. The investigators have also captured unexplainable phenomena on their devices: ghostly apparitions appearing on camera, electromagnetic readings spiking in certain rooms, and recordings of voices that weren't there during the investigation. These findings, they claim, are proof of the supernatural presence in the house. Yet, despite the numerous investigations, the countless hours spent in the spectral embrace of the haunted house, the true nature of the haunting remains elusive. Each new finding only seems to deepen the mystery, adding another layer to the enigma that is the haunted house. The investigators have been left with more questions than answers. What are the spirits trying to communicate? Why are they bound to the house? And perhaps most importantly, what happened in the house to cause such a potent haunting? Yet the house remains an enigma, its secrets guarded by the spirits within. Toying with the supernatural often comes with a price. The lure of the unknown is a powerful thing. It beckons us, tempts us, whispers in our ears to push the boundaries, to step over the line into the realm of the unseen. But the unseen is not always harmless, especially when it comes to a place like this haunted house. Over the years, countless brave or perhaps foolish souls have dared to cross the threshold of this house, each driven by their own reasons, curiosity, thrill, or the pursuit of knowledge. But invariably, every visitor has paid a price. There are tales of explorers who emerge from the house, their minds shattered, haunted by visions too terrifying to describe. Stories of ghost hunters who went in armed with technology only to have their equipment malfunction inexplicably, their recordings filled with eerie sounds and distorted voices. And then there are the unfortunate ones who simply disappeared, vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but a chilling silence. Their fates serve as a grim reminder of the dangers that lurk within the house's shadowy corners. The house does not discriminate. It does not care if you are a skeptic, a believer, or merely a thrill seeker. It seems to have its own consciousness, its own set of rules. And those who dare to violate these rules, who dare to disturb its ominous tranquility, are made to face the consequences. Some may argue that these are mere tales, concocted by the overactive imagination of the locals. But the haunted house stands, a silent testament to the countless stories that have been woven around it. Its dark windows seem to stare back at us, holding secrets that perhaps are best left undisturbed. So the next time curiosity beckons you towards this haunted house, remember the tales of those who ventured before you. Remember the consequences they faced. Remember that sometimes the thrill of the unknown is not worth the price it demands. In the face of the unknown, perhaps it is best to let sleeping spirits lie. Is the house truly haunted, or are the tales mere figments of imagination? This is the question that has been threading through our exploration. We've ventured through the unsettling introduction, delved into the house's eerie history, felt the chill of the haunting begin, followed the investigative trail, and witnessed the consequences of those who dared to confront the unknown. As we stand at the precipice of the final verdict, it's essential to recall the spectral sightings, the inexplicable occurrences, and the eerie feelings that have been reported time and again. We've dissected the stories, the legends, and the first-hand accounts of those brave or foolhardy enough to step foot within the house's shadowy confines. Yet, despite our deep dive into the abyss, the question remains: is the house indeed a dwelling for the departed, a spectral sanctuary, or merely a building steeped in tall tales and human fear of the unknown? Could the reported phenomena be the result of overactive imaginations, or is there something genuinely supernatural at work? We leave you, dear listener, to ponder these questions, to weigh the evidence and the anecdotes, to judge for yourself what you believe to be true. After all, the line between reality and imagination is as thin as the veil between this world and the next. In the end, whether you believe or not, one thing remains certain. The house holds a chilling tale that continues to haunt those who dare to delve into its dark history.